CPU load high. Okay. Let's do that. C Slim, what's good? Looks like I finally got this. Oh, come on. One second here, my boy. I think I might finally have this. Hopefully, I got this issue resolved. Hold on, 1 second, 1 second, my guy. Okay. What issue am I having? So what was going on, man, was the chat. You know, I was trying to enable the chat, and I got the chat sitting right here in the car with me. It's popped out. Coon was good. And I couldn't figure out why the chat sometimes would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And I'm really embarrassed to admit what the problem might have been. When you go into YouTube Studio to set up the chat, to set up the entire stream, there's a tab for live chat, and I just had to check the box to enable live chat. So now I'm seeing everything you guys are saying now. So it appears that I got the chat issue straightened out. So I see everything you guys saying now. So let's do a quick lap though. Cause I just need to do a warm-up lap. How you been, Coon?
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
How you been doing, C Slim? More or less, I'm looking for somebody to type something else in there so I can see it. Okay, I see you. I've been good, gaming a lot. Doing pretty good, man. Man, I can't get enough of sim racing in VR. I was saying a while ago, don't be surprised if this ends up being the focus of my channel in a couple of years. You know, I love sim racing. I am a competitor. I mean, I come from a family of athletes, so competition is blood. You know, and I think stuff like sports games, what have you, it's always easy to jump in and jump out. You know, do a quick match, jump in, jump out. Said I see you moving towards VR, man. I've been like, you know what? So I bought the PlayStation VR day one when it came out, because it came out in October of 2016, and it was a Christmas gift for my son, which everybody that follows my channel, you know, heard me say that a million times. And let's go ahead and pull into the pits. But long story short, I started really digging into VR 2017, like February 2017. You said, Kuhn, you love VR? And so when I first started my YouTube channel in December of, I think it was December of 2017, I was already playing VR games, and I had already developed a passion for VR. It's just that flat screen games was still my preference, but over time it just went over to VR, and I love VR. And there's a lot of games out there that I really don't see myself playing flat screen ever again. Like racing games, I gotta play them in VR. First person shooter games, more times than not, I'm gonna play them in VR. If I ever play them flat screen, it's because, you know, I might be in my bedroom or something, you know, playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. Because for as much as I don't like EA, I still like the multiplayer on that game. It wasn't a bad game. It's just EA tries some egregious shit. I have VR also, just don't play it a lot. Some games make me motion sick. You know, you can fight that C Slim by drinking ginger ale before you play your games in VR, and that'll settle your stomach so you won't get motion sick. But I could understand that, because when I first jumped on PlayStation VR in the beginning, some of the games made me sick. You know, Drive Club made me sick. A game called Riggs made me sick. Even the Resident Evil game made me sick. It's just I wasn't used to it. Yeah, I had to get, as the saying goes, I had to get my VR legs under me. All right, so this game right here, this race right here, I'm not fast enough to win this race. All I'm trying to do is just race clean so I can bring my my car control up, because I brought my safety rating high enough that I can compete in the competition servers, but I want to bring up my my car control. One race yesterday just brought it up phenomenally. You know, it was as high as, I think, 74, then it dropped all the way down to 62 because I had some bad races, and then yesterday I brought it back up to 73. So, and then my VR has a lot of wires, bro, for PlayStation. Yeah, you might be using the original PlayStation, the original launch model that had that big ass block for a plug and shit. But if you got a gaming PC, man, I would definitely, oh shit. If you got a gaming PC, I would definitely recommend the Oculus Quest 2, because you get the best of both worlds. You know, you got standalone gaming, and you could, you know, plug it into the PC and play PC games.
Stay double file.
All right, here we go. It's showtime.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
That's another thing I gotta be conscious of. You know, it says low tire pressure. Not to mention the tires is cold too. So once this race start, it might take me a minute to respond to your comments, because it ain't ideal to look at the chat during curves.
Green light. Give it all you can. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, knew this was gonna happen. Hated to do that, but I had to avoid that pileup.
Car on the left. left. Clear on the left.
Oh, I thought he was gonna dive bomb.
There's a slow car up ahead.
You do got a PC? Okay, cool. Yeah, I think if you want to get into better VR gaming, get a Quest 2.
Slow car ahead. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
There's a car trying to slip underneath me. I might have to let him go.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful. There's a slow car up ahead.
We have to link up on the stream. Oh, absolutely, C Slim.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Well done, mate. Cross the steps. Yellow flag, be careful. Slow car ahead. There's a slow car up ahead.
Give me a second.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I gotta invite me to the Discord, no doubt. All right, send me an invite to the Discord, no doubt.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh shit! Man, I came in hot. Oh, you got the whole setup? That oh shit!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Fuck! I tried too hard to keep up with him. I should have just. Oh my god.
Cars exiting the pits, watch out.
And I'm still coming in hot. I'm losing my composure. I was running a good solid race until that shit happened. Bottom line is on that curve, I tried to put the hammer down before I got out of there.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out in front.
You got to get past the apex before you start putting the hammer down. We got about little under 11 minutes left in this race.
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
You got the flight simulator still? Now, I'm pissed off about that flight simulator situation. I bought that game. And then yesterday I go to play this shit. And the first message I get saying you have to wait till the release date, you know, to play the game. And then I go into the Microsoft store and it's telling me that the game is installed on my PC, but I gotta buy it. I still gotta buy the shit. So I'm like, I'm done fucking with Microsoft. You know, if I ever buy one of their games again, I'll never buy it from the Microsoft store. I'll buy it from Steam or something like that. I think I might have made the seat too low.
Slow car ahead. a slow car up ahead. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap. There's a car exiting pit lane.
Oh shit! I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Seven minutes left. Darkenstar, what's good? Almost lost it there. Jamal Adams was good. I'm embarrassed to admit about why the chat hadn't been working. I had enabled a live chat. Hey, I appreciate you popping in, Darkenstar. You know, I'm still watching your streams too.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, no doubt, man. I enjoy watching your streams, man. You're pretty good too. I know that one stream of yours I was watching, man, you was caught up in a battle with a Ferrari. Thumbs up for the stream, definitely appreciate it. DJ was good. appreciate that, Dark Assault. Said that's how you do it. Almost lost it right there. This is where I had the most trouble at right there. That section I just came out of. Because you want to try to, I guess it's a natural instinct to try to carry a lot of speed through there, but it's real easy to lose control of the car over there.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Well done, mate. Personal fastest stop.
Yeah, you said that chicane will murder you, absolutely. It looks like it's the easiest, but it's actually the hardest.
Leaders on final lap now.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just trying to build my ratings up. I think I'm on the final lap coming up. You know, the crazy part about this game is the first time I played it, I did not like it because it was too easy to spin out. And I just kept plugging away at it and plugging away at it. Now I love ACC. It's really the only racing game I want to play. Now, Automobilista 2, the VR optimization on that game is great. The VR optimization on this game is not that great, but I can't get enough of playing this game.
Leader has finished the race.
As far as the games that I played so far, I think this game is the ultimate test of man and video game machine. Because if you're not careful, you will spin out. But when you find that groove and you take corners nicely and stuff like that, man, it's just like. But when that happens, that ain't good. I hope that didn't. Oh boy, that just hurt my consistency. It dropped a couple of notches.
Alright, checkered flag. Good job. You did the best.
All right, I finished up in 11th place. So let me see here. My racecraft is at 74. Um, my safety rating did come up to 85 though. Car control is still sitting at 73 because it had dropped all the way down to 62 before I brought it back up, and it got to the point where I'm like, okay, stop pushing it, just keep it clean. My consistency went down a couple of notches. It was at 88, and now it's down to 86. So I think we can head back to the garage now that the session is ended. So I think I'm going to go get ready to hang it up here in a second. Let me go back to the lobby and check my stats. But I'm definitely glad to know that I finally figured out this problem with the chat, because some of the races that I was doing, I would have the chat pinned up inside the car, but I wouldn't see any comments. And then I wouldn't see any of the comments until I go to the other PC to close the stream. And then, then I would see a few comments and was like, feel like an idiot that I couldn't respond to them. So I think I got this chat thing figured out. So moving forward, chat will always be in the car with me. Let's go check out some of my stats. You guys don't see the, I'm sure Dr. Saw know how it works, but you guys don't see the overlay, because there's an overlay inside the headset. The menu settings and all that stuff. It acts as an overlay inside the headset that only I can see. Looks great, man. Are you streaming from another PC? I got a capture card coming in the next 2 weeks. Well, here's the thing, Dr. Saw. My streams was getting blurry and choppy, and it was taxing my PC. So I can't remember the YouTuber's name, but I came across this YouTuber, and he showed how to use a 2 PC setup without any external hardware. So I've been doing a 2 PC setup using the NDI plugin on OBS Studio. So the results I saw right there was instantaneous. The streams looked better and they ran smoother. And I'm thinking to myself, how can I make this? I kept plugging away at it to try to keep, how do I make these streams look better and look smoother? So I was like closing every possible window, and then just this weekend I added an extra 16 gigs of RAM to my PC. So now I'm working with 32 gigs of RAM, a i7 9700K for CPU, and a 2070 for the GPU. But I'm planning on upgrading to a 3070 or a 3070 Ti if that turns out to be true, or 3080. And then as far as the streaming PC in the next room, it's got as much power as an office PC, because I bought that PC I bought that PC damn, that's crazy to say. My streaming PC, I bought that PC probably about 12 years ago. It looks great. Yeah, you got the resources free. Microsoft getting 3080s weekly, but you gotta wait in line. Oh, Micro Center. Oh, okay. See, the thing about it, say, yeah, 12 years, but that little weak ass PC in the next room has got 12 gigs of RAM standard. I didn't do anything to it. So I plan to replace that PC, the streaming PC, with a used gaming PC. So I can use that as a streaming PC, so I got a little more beef, because at the end of the day, Dark and Saw, your streams is one of the things that inspired me to want to try to make these streams look better and run smoother, because I love the way you got that set up, man. Your streams is like razor sharp, smooth. I love the way you got the camera set up in the corner. 2 camera shots, one like the race cams and then the cam on yourself. I love that, and I want to do some setups like that. So, see, Slim, who you got to put your GPU card when you get it? if it comes down to it, I'll do it myself, even though I've never done it before. So I mean, I sort of built the PC before. About 10 years ago, a guy that I was working with at the time, you know, I told him that I wanted to build a PC. He sent me a pick list and was like, get all these parts. And then he came over and helped me with it. Yeah. Now, see, the thing that I'm working with as far as the PC goes is that I got an Alienware Aurora R8. And I've been watching some videos and, you know, checking Reddit and all kinds of stuff. And I think I had read in a forum somewhere that a 3070 will fit inside an Aurora R8, but they had to make some modifications to the swing arm, you know, where you swing out the power supply. I guess they had to take like the bottom of that swing arm off in order to get the GPU to fit in there. So that being said, if I decide to upgrade my PC, I don't think a 3080 will fit in there. So that's the other option, is that if we end up getting that $1,400 Biden bundle, I might build a PC from the ground up. And if I do that, I'm going to put a 3080 in there, you know, a 3080 Ti, and put an i9 10900K in there. Because, you know, I want all the bells and whistles. My old PC is the R7, and I couldn't get the 3080 in it, so I got a new CPU around Black Friday in Cyberpower from Cyberpower PC. So yeah, we definitely need that Biden bundle. So between the $1,400 that we looking at getting, in addition to selling this PC, but I might also give this PC to my son. I got him a PC which I consider a starter PC, and he happy with his PC for the most part, but he loved this one. What CPU you got? I've got an RTX 2070 in here. So I would say, you know, as far as flat screen games, this PC can play just about any flat screen games, but VR is a little more demanding and taxes your PC a little bit more, and that's why I need the extra horsepower. You know, for the most part, my PC can run just about any VR game in my library. The problem is when you start streaming, the encoding and all that extra shit, it taxes your PC even more. So that's why I had to do all these damn workarounds and, you know, use the 2 PC setup and all that kind of shit. Darkest Saw, you said I got a new PC build from them and flipped out the PSU and RAM and called it a day. Yeah, full tax, no doubt. So yeah, I'm okay with these numbers. You know, as far as my ratings goes, my racing craft is at 74, my safety's at 85, car controls back up to 73, consistency is at 86. I can live with that as long as it, you know, stays 80 or above. And track competence is at 78, but my track competence isn't going to get any higher unless I do different tracks, because out of the 15 tracks on this game, I've got all 3 track medals on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I need to get in there and jump on some other tracks and get some track medals, because that's one of the things that's holding me back from joining some of these competition servers, is I don't have enough track medals. But you know, but at the same time, if you don't like a track, you don't like a track, you know. I've got track medals on the tracks that I like, and the tracks that I got track medals at, I'm good at those tracks. So I am absolutely elated that I figured this chat problem out. I'm embarrassed by how simple it was, how simple the problem was, but it is fixed now. So and I'm gonna try to get into playing some other games, but I don't know. Sim racing in VR is just my passion. No way around it. That being said, I think I'm going to get ready to boogie on out of here. I got to get ready for work. And I think Anthony of VR 365 is live with Wes from Virtual Strangers. I want to check that out and stretch out and enjoy the rest of the night. That being said, I think that's going to do it. I just don't have it in me to do another race. And I think Darkest Saw can attest to this. That I think that like these sim races is draining because you gotta stay focused. Even if you've been on that track 1,000 times, if you lose focus for one split second, that makes all the difference in you spinning out like I did. You know, then I spun out 3 times. Yeah, you'll be sweating at the end, no doubt. I spun out in that race like 3 times. You know, one time because I lost focus, and the other 2 was because I put the pedal down before I fully got out of the curve. So, what a joy this was. I definitely enjoyed this stream. I appreciate everybody popping in here, chatting, and that is huge that you guys popped in here with the chat. Devastator, what's good? What kind of wheel is this? It is the ever so popular Thrustmaster T150, I believe. I paid $200 for it. So I think at the time that I bought this wheel, and this still may hold true, I believe it is the cheapest wheel you can buy that has force feedback. So, you know, shout out to J-Dub. That still has force feedback. Yeah, this Thrustmaster T150, I believe, is the cheapest wheel you can buy that has force feedback. Anything cheaper than this does not have force feedback, because I think Thrustmaster makes a T80 that does not have force feedback. You said awesome. I got the setup from that T300 GT edit. You know, I think Thrustmaster makes a T300 or a T350. Shout out to J-Dub. Now, he has sent that wheel out to me. Gave me the tracking number and everything. So I was keeping track of the package. And then the package, I think, had got to like Kentucky or some shit like that. Because J-Dub lives in Houston. So I think the package I got all the way to Kentucky. And then it stopped. No more information was coming up on it. So I got with J-Dub and was like, yo, you know, it's been 3 weeks and I haven't got any updates on the tracking number. What turns out, they lost the damn package. So that was heartbreaking right there. He said, Texas, stand up. I'm in Fort Worth. You know, I never bothered to ask that, Darkest Saw. I thought you was, I don't know why. Something in my head made me think that you was in Arkansas. And I thought that was like part of the reason why you came up with a name like that. Okay, you are from Arkansas? Cool. Yeah, Devastator, you said, yeah, it happened to me with my T300 for the first time. You know what, Devastator, I appreciate you popping in. I remember you was there for a while when I was doing the GT Sport streams. Just got my wheel too. Huge setup for my controller. So do you stream, Devastator? Truth be told, PlayStation VR not having a lot of first-person shooter games and not having racing sims where you could race against a full grid in VR, that's one of the things that helped push me in the direction of PC. That being said, if I don't get a PS5, it's not the end of the world, because a competition, a set of course, a competition, Automobilista 2, Project Cars 2, Race Room. All these games are giving me what I want, and I want to be able to race and compete in VR. I want to be able to race against a full grid in VR, and that's what I was waiting for out of Sony, you know. But hey, you know, I'm getting what I want. I'm enjoying myself on PC. So if I don't get a PS5, it's not the end of the world. And I'll tell you right now, I'm probably not going to get a PS5 until I get more, until Sony starts talking about whether or not we're going to get another PlayStation VR from them. They've been painfully silent about this shit, you know. So Arkansas, you said going to be back next year. We're waiting for my wife to finish her nursing contract, and we're out. Bet. I hear you there. Devastator, you said not with Mike though. You said T150 and T300 are compatible with PS5. Cool. But I don't care about, you know, I'm looking forward to GT7, but I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get any of that shit until we get confirmation about some kind of VR support, whether it's done through the current PSVR or whether it's done through the perceived PlayStation VR 2. He said, that's what pushed me. I thought GT Sport was going to do us, and they did not. Yeah, you're right, Darkasaw. And then the terrible part about that is with GT Sport, the VR part of it, when you race in VR, you got time trials and you got one-on-one against the AI, and the AI races like a third grader. I mean, it's so easy to beat the AI. At the very least, they should have gave you a difficulty settings and let you choose whether you want to go novice, mediocre, you know, intermediate, and advanced. But it's not even fun, you know. At this point, the only time I really mess around with GT Sport and VR is whenever I want to try to set hot laps, you know, for comparison purposes, because I turn in faster track times on PSVR than I do on Assetto Corsa. And I think because Assetto Corsa might be the most realistic out of the racing sims that I have, and because of that, I turn in slower track times. Like Monza, that track that I just got done racing on, my fastest time on that track was 152 flat. And I think my fastest time on Monza on GT Sport, time trials in VR, I think I set 150. You said a Assetto Corsa. I'm not touching the PS5 until I hear as well. Definitely, Darkasaw. And you also said Assetto Corsa got Trial Mountain as a mod. Oh, that's cool. I haven't really messed around with Assetto Corsa because, for one thing, that game doesn't give you a lot standard. I think they give you a lot of production cars and some bullshit race cars. Because I'm at the point where, as far as racing goes, it's got to be GT3 or higher. I'm not even in the GT4 anymore. And I definitely don't want to race production cars. With production cars, you have to brake much, much sooner. The cars lean and roll super hard. You know, you're virtually drifting around corners. The tires are crying. Oh, Devastator, you said GT Sport was only a prologue to 7, GT7. Okay. Hey, but GT Sport is still a great game. I just wish that the VR part of it would allow you to race against a full grid. Devastator, Assetto is more realistic than GT for sure. No doubt about that. And even though the VR optimization isn't the best, I can live with it. But I also have the Oculus Quest 2, but the reason why I've been using my Oculus Rift lately is because I have a bad Oculus Link cord, and it's been making the audio choppy, and you know, choppy, clipping, all kinds of shit. So I went back to the Rift S because the audio was just fine through the Rift S, but I am ordering a couple of more link cables, and once those come in, I'll be back to wearing the Rift S, the Quest 2, sorry. He said GT Sport is beautiful and very fun, no doubt about that. And I definitely enjoy watching races. I watch You Darkest Soul. I watch the Key 25. I watch Super GT, Jardier. When as far as a set of Corsa Competition goes, I think Jardier is the king of a set of Corsa Competition. There's a woman I watch named Thea Samante. I think Thea Musante. Yeah, Thea Musante. I watch her. She's pretty good. There's another female YouTuber I watch. She races GT Sport, but she uses the assist lines. Yeah, you said, yeah, I watched Thea. Yeah, she's good. She got to be good. She got the direct drive wheel. Got sponsors, all kinds of shit. So she definitely good. One race I watched, she started out in 35th place and worked her way up to 10th place before I had to shut the stream off because I had to go to bed. Super GT, I think he's good, but I don't think he's as aggressive as some of the other racers. I also watch Basic Ali. He's pretty good too. I like watching him. You said you got to check Thea. Never heard of her. Yeah, her name is Thea Musante. It's all one word. I think she's German. And I think she does streams about 3-4 times a week. You got to check out Jardier too. He does those 8-hour streams where I think him and a couple of other people take shifts, take like 2-3 hour shifts. I said she's been doing great for sure. You said she's German or Dutch. Yeah. Another person I watch is this big dude. I think his name is Doll King. I've been watching him lately. Every now and then I'll go back to I think a YouTuber named Devin and check out his Forza Idiots of the Week. Because I am done with Forza. I will never ever go back to that game. They are so dirty over on Forza. If a person is in 23rd place, they will knock you off the road just so they won't fall back to 24th place. That's just how dirty and petty they are over there. So hey, Jardier just did the 24i racing in LMP and they won. Damn. Yeah, I was watching part of that. It says shameful on Forza. Yeah, David Stater, Forza is awful. They sending folks to the Shadow Realm. Now, you guys see the camera, right? So, my final race in Forza, I was in 11th place. And I slipstreamed the guy in front of me. He's going like this, trying to defend. And I finally got on the side of him, and my momentum was carrying me past him. So, as we got side by side like this, smacked me and knocked me right off the road. I've never seen something so blatant in my life. I said, that's it. I hit the eject button. I popped the disc out. And when I gave my my Xbox One to my nephew, I gave him Forza. Never to revisit that game again. Never. I dealt with the dirty racing on Forza for years. It's just not that serious. And then, so GT Sport. When I started focusing on GT Sport, I wanted to bring my safety rating up so I could avoid the amateurs because, over at GT Sport, they're not dirty, but a lot of them don't know how to drive. They try to win the race at the first curve. They'll dive bomb like a missile and take out 3 or 4 cars. So I've been trying to bring my safety rating up so I could avoid racing with the beginners. And that's why all my ratings and stuff like that on a set of Corsa Competition means so much to me, because I'm trying to avoid being on the track with the beginners. He said, man, he gave it all away. Said, dude, in B-rated races on GT can be dirty too. Super aggressive racing. BS, you said BS rating I'm at right now. I don't even know what my rating is on GT Sport, but I'll check it the next time I dive in there. So yeah, I blabbed for a little while, and I think it's time to boogie on out of here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Definitely tuning in. So I definitely liked how this stream turned out. So I will definitely do another stream tomorrow or the day after. Appreciate everybody for popping by, and if you would please hit the like button, because I have set my sights on trying to bring my I am trying to reach 1,000 subs, not because of monetization, because I'm not trying to get monetized. What I am trying to do is that in the past I have gotten keys from developers, but I had to reach out to them, and through virtual strangers they said the same thing, that when they had to reach out to developers, but now that they're closing in on 1,000 subs, the devs are reaching out to them and giving them keys, and that's where I want to be. So I want to reach 1,000 subs, so I can be in a position where the devs reach out to me and send me keys. Don't get me wrong, it's happened a few times. A few devs have reached out to me and sent me keys and stuff like that, but I want to be in a position where it happens a little more often. So to have a good night, great presence, great stream, definitely appreciated, Dr. Saw, and trying to get the giveaways popping, no doubt about that, Dr. Saw. And I know your channel's gonna grow, man, because you got very professional looking streams, high production value, and I definitely enjoy watching them. So but I'm gonna go ahead and boogie on out here, y'all. Appreciate it. You guys know the line: Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. I will catch y'all later. Everybody have a good night.